This is not a recipe in restraint. Amps and indulgence all the way to 11. Fire sauce, bacon, and chicken fried bacon. This is an absolutely ridiculous sandwich. And if ever there was a poster child for I'm your chef, not your doctor, this is it. Full metal bacon.
Oh dear.
This sandwich calls for regular bacon and par-cooked bacon, which will eventually turn into chicken fried bacon. So we need to get both of these in the oven. Your oven may vary, but for me, it's 425 degrees for a total of about 25 minutes. And somewhere along the way, maybe 3/4 of the way, 2/3 of the way, who knows, we're gonna pull the par-cooked bacon out and set it aside, which will eventually become the chicken fried bacon. And while that's in the oven, let's get the fire sauce started. It's nothing more than a chipotle mayonnaise. 1 cup of sour cream, 1 cup of mayonnaise. Let's talk about chipotles in adobo for just a second. It's jalapenos that have been smoked, placed in an adobo sauce. Usually they come in a can, whole. Now if you want to take that whole can, puree it up, great. Then you can just take out what you need for your recipe, dump it in, stir it in, Bob's your uncle, you're good to go. But if you're an avoider of dirty dishes like myself, just leave them whole, take a chipotle, stick it in the blender, good to go. It'll puree up, no problem. Then you can take a little bit of the adobo sauce, dip that in there as well. And then the last thing is 1.5 teaspoons of dry buttermilk ranch seasoning, which we talked about in the last video for the poblano jalapeno sauce. All right, now we need to get the par-cooked bacon out of the oven and set aside. Put the regular bacon back in the oven to finish cooking. Now it's time for the chicken fried bacon batter. It's the same batter, more or less, that you would maybe use for fried chicken or frying chicken fried steak, just chicken frying batter. We need 2/3 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of ground black pepper, 1/2 tablespoon of granulated garlic, 1/2 tablespoon of kosher salt, 1 cup of buttermilk, and 1 egg. Whisk it, stir it till it's all combined, and set it aside. Right, now that the batter's done, the regular bacon should be done, so let's get it out of the oven and set aside. Now it's time to start making chicken fried bacon. You need 1 pan that's gonna hold your chicken fried bacon batter, and another pan, just plain all-purpose flour, no seasoning. Take your par-cooked bacon, dip it, dredge it in the flour, and then get it into the batter and get it coated good on all sides. Yeah, the batter's just under the consistency of pancake batter, so just get it coated, let the excess drip off, and then get it back into the flour and get it coated really well. We don't want any wet spots. And as you finish each piece of bacon, set it aside on a parchment-lined baking sheet. After you finish dredging all the bacon you want to make for chicken fried bacon, we're going to get it into the freezer for a minimum of 2 hours. This will help keep the batter attached to the bacon when we go to fry it. All right, the chicken fried bacon is in the freezer. We're going to get our frying station set up. And fry it however you like, however you get the job done. Vegetable oil, canola oil, peanut oil, whatever gets you to the dance. Place the frozen chicken fried bacon strips into the fryer, 1 or 2 at a time, don't crowd it. And let them fry for about 2, 3, 4 minutes on each side. And remember, the bacon's pretty much done. You're just looking to get that batter golden brown and delicious. When you get all the bacon, chicken fried and you're done, set it aside on a paper towel to drain. Do not season it. You've already got salty bacon, you've already got seasoned batter. Unless your dogs learn chest compressions, you don't need to season this. All right, let's make a sandwich. Toast your bread, don't toast your bread, Wonder bread, white bread, wheat bread, sourdough bread, rye bread, pumpernickel. It's going in your gullet, not mine. Make it however you want with whatever bread you want. A little bit of fire sauce. We need a little lettuce, unless you're part of the anti-lettuce society like my mom and dad. Don't put it on there. Tomato, no tomato, it's your sandwich. All right, now for the gluttony. Chicken fried bacon. 3 strips, just regular bacon. Chop it up, lay it this way, lay it that way. Don't put it on there at all. Don't care, it's your sandwich. This is mine. This is the full metal bacon. What is that, about 3/4 of an Elvira Funko? I had to make it up to Elvira. If you saw in the last video, oh, took out Elvira. I kind of took her out. Sorry, Elvira. At this point, it's done. If you want pickles on here or cheese or put mustard instead of fire sauce or barbecue sauce, maybe you want to put you know what? No sauerkraut. and certainly no pineapples. If you put sauerkraut on this thing, portals of hell start opening up. Next thing we'll know, we're overwrought with Tinky Winkies everywhere. Recipe links and other useless propaganda are down in the description below or on the website, thisischuckstanley.com. If ever there was a poster child for I'm your chef, not your doctor, the Full Metal Bacon is it. Eat this.
Outside the boundaries of their phony world of kicks is the ever-present possibility of discovery. This must be avoided at all costs.
That is ridiculous.
For discovery brings with it the penalties of society. Shame, arrest, prison. Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville.